an eye on it. We'll think about it. Maybe we'll get there. So let's talk about the air and temperature, right? What if the sun took a holiday and the temperature in this room and everything just got colder and colder? Well, we know we have sort of a physical picture of what the air molecules would be doing, right? They're doing this today. Tomorrow, what would they be doing? Can everybody kind of give me an idea? They're kind of moving a little bit slower, right, as they get colder. And the next day, they're going even slower. Obviously not this slow, but I mean, that's the idea. They get slower and slower. What happens after, eventually, what happens? They can't just eventually become like, in space, just like, right? What happens? What? Say it.
They just stop like this. They become solid.
They would become a solid, exactly. They can't just like stop in midair. They eventually, but on the way, before they become a solid, the air molecules become a liquid. Now that's a bizarre idea. What I just said was that if you let the air in this room cool down enough, eventually it would turn to a liquid. Do you believe it? What's the right answer?
No.
Prove it. So I was doing. I actually have some liquid air. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Some of you might have seen it in different presentations. Fog?
It's like
Fog is actually water in the air. So it's still water. It's not liquid air. It's water in the air, but very good. Yeah. So here I'm going to, since we're moving into the thermo and cryo realm, John's got gloves here. And to hold air that's so cold that it's turned to a liquid, you need a superthermos, right? And that's what this is. It's actually got a vacuum chamber and it's quite expensive and quite cool. Now, before I pour some of this liquid air out, what color is it? Yeah?
I just want to say, is that liquid nitrogen?
Could be. Yeah. It's basically liquid air. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But yeah, yeah. So what color is it? Okay. Yeah, it's just a hypothesis. So whatever. What? What? Oh, same thing? Yeah? Another color? Yeah? White.
White and gray.
White and gray.
The color of water.
Color of water. Yes?
Whatever color you make it.
Whatever color you make it. Cool. Okay. I like that. So again, these are hypotheses. There's no wrong answer. But here it is. This is what air is that's so cold it's become a liquid. Wow, you guys are good. Nobody jumped across the line. That's excellent. Now, didn't I just make a terrible mess? I just poured this stuff all over the floor.
Because the room
What? It froze? Well, it just turned to what? What is it?
Air.
Air. It boiled away and now it's air. So there's nothing on the floor. Let's see it again.
Yeah.
And it's gone. Yeah? Isn't that cool? I mean, wouldn't this be great at home? You know, like, hey mom, look, I'm making a mess. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour some of this in this flask and we'll take a look.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Now, this stuff is super cold, so is our world hot or cold to it? Super hot, right? We'll talk about that in a minute. So it's boiling like mad, right? We immediately poured it into a boiling hot pot, effectively, and it started to boil. Now, let's explore, huh? So it's boiling, turning into air, boiling and turning into a gas again, and shooting out the top. Now, everybody put on your science eyes. Carefully look at that stream. You'll notice that it's white on the edges, not in the middle. See that?
Yeah.
The stuff that's coming out is not white. The stuff that's coming out is clear. The white is actually happening beyond that. The white is clouds. The white is actually water vapor in the atmosphere. This is water that's hanging out, being in the vapor state as it's hanging out in the air, and it comes along, minding its own beeswax, gets cold because this air is super cold, and turns into clouds. Here's air, vapor in the air that comes along, gets too close, and it turns to frost. It actually freezes to the edge, and some of it gets more dense and cloudy and starts to descend. Yeah. Cool, huh?
Try putting an actual cork on it and see what happens.
Are you nuts?
Cool.
Yeah, it needs to get out. It'll create tremendous amount of pressure, and so we're not doing that. But this does make me think, this is cool, right? I mean, it's shooting out of the top like that. It makes me think, well, what if, I don't know, wow, that's cool. We should be able to use that somehow. So what if you had some sort of contraption that was like this? It was a container for this liquid air, and I'm looking down, this is plan view, and I had a tube that came out, instead of straight out the top, it turned at an angle, like so, 2 of them, so that this stream was like this, and like that. What do you think that would do?
Spin.
What would
It
it
would
do?
like project it out of the top and bottom of the
We're looking down,
top of view.
so
It would make
yeah,
it
it
come
would,
out of each side, and then if you put a rotator on the bottom, then it would make like somewhat of a tornado. In a way.
it would, yeah. So you're doing the gesture, it would spin, right? Because you're pushing this way and pushing this way. This sucker would want to spin. Well, actually, we have one. Fast forward. So we used to have this built out of a toilet float. Ask your parents what that is.